When we last left our intrepid group of adventurers, they were neck deep in battle with Kiaransalee, the Draugg goddess of undeath and vengeance. They had successfully forced her out of possessing thanas'l Dalharan, Thoros'l's grandson, and the son of Ariah Dalharan, who is the reborn, resurrected Sophia Nightbranch, Thoros'l's daughter. They have also been transported via Eldrick and one of the shards to Mapelin, the village that was once the home of both Thoros'l and Sophia, near over 100 years ago. The battle has raged for quite a while at this point in time. Most of it due to trying to figure out a safe way to exorcise Kiaransalee from thanas'l without hurting him, because the party doesn't wish to do him any lasting harm. A side effect of bringing Kiaransalee to Mapelin is that the Tree of Legacies, a landmark in the village and the primary burial site of the elves of Mapelin 100 years ago and for generations before that, has been corrupted and turned into an undead abomination. We were going to pick up this week with the remaining few rounds, I hope, of this battle. One way or another, whether this is the end of the campaign, I suppose we'll find out. But it is the
7 sessions later.
7 sessions.
You've never seen a god enrage before?
Wait till I unleash my spirit bomb.
I was going to say, you're about to.
Hasn't been enough sessions yet.
We're going to pick up in the beginning of round, I believe it is round 11. I'll have to go back and check that against previous recordings, but I believe it's round 11. And to begin the round, we begin with Kiaransalee. So we are going to remove her. She gets her reaction back. We'll do not exactly the lair action because this isn't the lair, but we're going to roll 4 ghouls. 5 new ghouls pop before.
Oh, 2d4s now.
Yes.
Jeez.
It has intensified to some degree. So that will be
Rude.
I will say, while you're popping those ghouls on, if this were 2nd edition, like we started, this would be 4 or 5 years of combat. So
I don't disagree with that. That's actually probably pretty astute. Yeah, the 2nd edition combats were considerably more, they were considerably slower. They're considerably more complex, difficult. But 5, the ground continues to be disturbed as 5 new elven ghouls rise from beneath the turf, and we will begin the combat with Kiaransalee's turn. So Kiaransalee, I've got a lot of background noise coming from you, Makaria. Seems like your microphone's up really loud. It's picking up a lot. Thank you. What she is going to do, so in the last round, Eldrick hit her real hard. And she just seems to have noticed Eldrick for the first time, as her focus has been on thanas'l and Ariah and Thoros'l up to this point. And she kind of wheels to face Eldrick. You and I aren't so different. Perhaps there's something that we can find that is mutually beneficial for the two of us. Simply give me what is mine. The boy is already mine, heart and soul, and due to pact, his mother as well. Simply allow this to happen, and I will share with you the secret that a member of your party, a member of your companions, is hiding from you. There it is. Didn't take long. She is going to as she's having, as she's, this kind of sibilant voice is rolling out from kind of the storm of mist that swirls around this very incorporeal, very shadowy figure of Kiaransalee. I need everyone within 10 feet, that is Thoros'l, Sprout, Eldrick, and thanas'l, to take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Straight up, huh?
Straight up. Yeah, it's just her,
Wow.
her aura, by virtue of you being within 10 feet of her at the start of her turn.
That's rough.
And then
Like to opt out of that. That's still
you will recall that at near the end of the last round, she did something with a legendary action that intensified the aura. The previous round, you only took 10 points of necrotic damage, but this round, yeah. And then immediately after, it begins to the aura it becomes somewhat less intense. It still radiates out to 10 feet, but it isn't as thick and as smothering as it previously was. So her actual action is going to be, first she checks to see if she gets her whale back. And that's not a 6, so no, she does not. That means she's going to do a touch of death against Araya.
Yep.
So she's going to have to hit. Araya she gets disadvantage against Araya. And for, let's see, Araya's armor class.
So she's got a 15-foot reach. 10, 15.
This is a
like a spell.
Ranged spell attack or ranged attack. Yes.
Like
Oh, you're correct. Actually, she can't use touch of death. Touch of death is a melee attack. It has to be her actual ranged attack, which is Ray of Sickness instead. So that's what she'll do. Same roll, same everything. But she'll actually do it twice. Once will be against Araya, and the next will be against Thoros'l. So I'll do Araya's first, and then I'll come back to Thoros'l. And I don't have Araya's sheet in front of me, unfortunately, so bear with me just a second. Where did I put you, Araya? Da 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 da. Come on. Everything's super slow tonight. I don't understand what's going on here. There we are. Araya. A 17 is what we have on the roll, and a 15 is what she needed to hit Araya. So Araya is hit.
Can she shield or anything?
Araya, she might actually. Yes, that's a good call.
Not to run. But she's my daughter, you know.
Yeah, no. Actually, Araya, if I'm not mistaken, Araya has used her a reaction as well. I don't have the red dot up on her, do I? No. Okay, so then she will use her reaction to shield, and I'll make sure to actually do that this time. So, where? Okay, seriously, what is going on here? There we go. Okay, so Araya will shield. That will keep that attack from hitting. That'll be a first level spell that she blows, and her reaction is done. Thoros'l, you'll be the target of the second Ray of Sickness.
Bring it on.
Yours is not at disadvantage, so this is just a straight up attack. That is a 21 to hit. Sorry, 22 to hit.
I will shield to put me at 23.
Okay, so you're also going to shield. So both of you, like almost in unison, these green strike arcs of energy lance out from Kiaransalee's form, and almost like in the same way, you know, reflecting the bond, the familial bond. The both of you bring up shields and deflect the attacks. The rage-filled shriek that Kiaransalee lets out as this happens is ever more intense. But unfortunately, that is all that she gets for her turn. So that will be the end of her turn, which takes us to the tree. The tree is banished, so it doesn't matter. And then to thanas'l. Thanas'l is going to get up off of his ass. He's no longer prone. He's going to scramble back behind his mother. Actually, he's going to get over here. He's like looking around with fearful eyes, and kind of as he gets to his feet and he gets around like out of the aura, he's going to turn back to see the battle going ahead of him, and he will clasp the holy symbol around his throat and reach out a hand. And Thoros'l, I need for you to make me a charisma saving throw.
This dick.
DC is 17.
I have a 15, unfortunately.
So as your shield comes down and you kind of make eye contact with Iriah as the same thing is happening over with her, there's an instant there where the two of you are there's almost like a connection between the two of you, and you see the flashing red eyes of your grandson, and a grin kind of turns up his lips, and he reaches out, and this wave of magical force rolls over you, and Thoros'l disappears.
Did he get banished?
This son of a bitch.
And
You
got
added
banished,
the-
bro.
the rest
You
of
added
you,
the 5 in there, right?
What'd you say?
Aliora, did you add the 5?
I did. I rolled a
Oh.
12. Minus 2 is 10. Plus 5 is 15.
Jesus.
and thanas'l he'll kind of hiss, not so much under his breath, but a very loud stage whisper, "For father." And that will end his turn. Which will bring
Did
us to
thanas'l just get taken over again?
you don't know.
The reason
No.
I ask is he should still have protection of evil and good on him.
He does. He very much does. That's what the little icon at the bottom right hand corner of his portrait is. It's the
Oh, okay. I
protect for
thought that
good.
was a shield. My bad.
It's there.
I don't
Oh.
think that stops you from the family anger and hatred.
Yeah,
Angst.
yeah, it doesn't protect against that.
It's not protection from teenage angst.
No. I definitely a nightmare player, so say that.
Yeah. So that's
My concentration check.
right. You did have a concentration check.
Yeah.
Good call. 25 is good.
I'll let you know if I fail that.
I'm gonna go ahead and put concentration up on you so that I remind myself to have you do that.
Yep.
Okay, so then it would be Sprout's turn, but first we're gonna do a legendary action, and with a cackle of glee, Kiaransalee is going to turn her attention. Well, going to keep her attention on Iriah, and she's going to lance out with another bolt of green. So, she hasn't hit yet. She actually did manage to hit, even if it was deflected. So I don't know how. I don't think that works. I don't think she did. She actually did damage. So it's still displacement still comes up, I think. So we're going to be okay there. That's a 15 to hit, which is is enough to hit Iriah, which will bring down her displacement. And
This chick's having 13. Jesus.
yes,
He has shield still. It goes till the end of her
oh, you're right.
turn.
You're right. It does, and so it
Yes.
still manages to deflect. Like, you can't block them all, she says, and
I have 38 spells left.
that will end. That will end her first legendary action. So that will take us to Sprout with Makaria on deck.
I would like to run away.
You are prone, so you're on the ground, having just woke up from being unconscious just a few moments before.
You should
The
toast
second,
stand up.
third, or fourth time I've been unconscious.
It's quite a few. Yeah, you've been
Okay.
you've been sleeping on the job a little bit.
Welcome to
Standing up
Bloodstone.
is a bonus action or an action?
Standing up
Takes
is
half your
half your
move.
movement.
Half movement.
Yep.
Okay. I will stand up.
All right.
And I have zombies and a god all around me, and I like none of it. We are going to attempt to attack Riftrender, this guy here.
All right.
And we are going to hopefully use Distant Strike to completely ignore reduced movement. So that was painful.
That's a natural 1, so that's a miss.
I gotta read Distant Strike.
It was apparently neither distant nor strike.
It's just if
Oh.
you do.
Okay, when you take the attack.
Yeah, if you take the attack action.
I will teleport to here and attempt to attack this glowing glob of
Got it.
evil nastiness.
Okay. That is a 30 to hit. And that'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. Be 12 points of damage.
All right. So
And then
she does not seem to. She notices it. You even though her form is misty and incorporeal, whenever you slash through it with the force damage of Riftrender, you feel your blade make purchase, and she grunts in I guess pain as you damage her.
weird. And then for the third one, I will teleport here and attack this guy.
Okay.
Also with Riftrender.
That is a natural 20. So it didn't.
I haven't gotten one of those. What does that do?
Essentially, it should have doubled your damage, but it doesn't appear that it did. So your actual roll is
His crit was a 1, so yeah, it did. It rolled twice. His
okay.
crit die was a 1.
I see what you're saying. Yep. All right. I see that now. So 14 points of damage then on this guy.
Okay.
He was previously unharmed, but he was not expecting that. You slash into him from behind him and nearly bisect him. He is still up and attacking, or potentially able to attack, but at the moment has not, or it's not his turn. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I'll get there, guys.
All right.
Is that going to end your turn?
Trying to decide if I want to run away or not.
Don't you get a third attack when you're bouncing around?
He's attacked 3 times.
Yeah.
That was the third attack.
Okay.
A natural 1, a 17, and a natural 20.
Be
Yeah,
right back.
I was just trying all ends of the spectrum.
Well, you definitely want to move north at least 1. Otherwise, those 2 guys south are going to form you.
Yeah. Here, let me see my measurements real quick.
You don't want to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, just be sure you're outside of the first guy's range when you leave.
Okay, so if I go here,
You're at the point you're in both of their threat ranges now. So if you go here, then you're not leaving anybody's threat range. But if you go any further than that, you're potentially leaving this guy's threat range first. And if you go outside of both of their threat range, they both get attacks on you.
And potentially Kiaransalee would get one too.
And potentially
If you go too far.
Kiaransalee would get one as well, potentially.
I just moved 1 north.
yeah, I'll move 1 north.
Try to put some distance between you and those other guys.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the aura because
Not rocking a lot of hit points, huh?
I'm not rocking a lot of hit points, but she's rocking a lot of damage.
It's true.
Jiminy.
Sure it is.
All right. That will end my turn.
All right. To continue her rage, Kiaransalee is going to lash out at Iriah again. And shield is still up, so her armor class is effectively 20. And she hasn't taken damage yet, so we're still at disadvantage. And there's a -1, so it's a miss. So the goddess is just lashing out over and over and over again with these green arcs of this sickly energy, and they're just slamming into the shield of Araya Dalharan. She's like wincing as the shield lights up as it takes the hit, and before it can even fully fade, it's taking another one and then another one, and she looking at her son, she says something in Elven to the effect of, "Thanas'l, what are you doing? He's on our side." And Thoros'l makes no reply.
Oh.
She needs to grab that kid by his ear.
Yeah, the one that's left.
That will take us to Makaria, with potentially with Thoros'l on deck, but otherwise Araya on deck.
Oh, I scrolled down. Okay.
Makaria?
You're muted.
Muted, Charles.
Right.
Sorry.
How was your monologue?
You guys entirely.
Yep. It was wonderful soliloquy I had.
I'm sure.
So to cut to the chase, would Makaria know that Thoros'l was banished, since I cast that spell as well?
You're familiar with the spell, and yes, you would know that.
Okay. Would she know if there is something in this plane to dispel, or would that be on Thoros'l himself?
You can target a spell effect. I don't know if that counts.
That's what.
I
that would be the question.
If there was an ongoing spell effect, that was visible or left some kind of tangible kind of effect left on this plane, I would say yes, but Thoros'l took that with him. The effect.
It is a concentration spell.
You could.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep. Nope. That's why. So as Makaria ponders this, she coolly walks over 30 feet, or roughly 30 feet, about 20 feet or so. She holds out her wand, pointing it in this direction.
Okay.
I am casting Cone of Cold.
Okay.
60-foot cone down this way.
No.
Okay. So that's gonna catch Thanas'l. So you decide, is this ghoul and Araya included in that effect?
No, I am going straight down.
Got it.
And this way.
Okay, so
I'm
2 ghouls, Kiaransalee and Thanas'l.
correct. And I am casting it it is 5th level.
Okay.
Because it's a 5th level spell, so I'm just using it base.
You're not upcasting.
Nope.
Okay.
Con 18 save.
Okay. I'm looking at protection from good and evil to make sure that I understand what's going on there. I'm not seeing.
It shouldn't affect us.
I don't think. I'm wondering if there's like a rider on it that it gives some kind of. Oh, there we are. Thank you. That's Cone of Cold.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, patrons, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those type have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Got it.
So nothing for spells.
Nothing for like +2 to spell.
Nope.
Spell saves or anything like that. Okay. All right.
Nope.
So 18 Constitution save. That's going to be for Thanas'l. Constitution is not terrible for him. His Constitution save.
I got a question.
Okay.
Isn't Makaria a tiefling?
Yeah, but it's not an attack roll.
That's true. Yeah, but it specifically says attack rolls, not spell rolls. So.
Gotcha.
Yep.
She is technically a fiend. You are correct. But
Mm-hmm.
send attack rolls against the target. Yeah, a saving throw.
Yep.
Saving throw isn't affected. But
Now,
that's a good call
did
out.
does Eldrick's aura reach to him?
It does not.
No, he's farther than
No,
2 feet.
It does.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. He saves. So he's gonna take half of whatever damage you've got. I'm gonna roll for the ghouls. Ooh, 41. Okay. And the ghouls can take that damage, so their constitution save is not good. So 18 is your DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you obliterate both of them.
Nice.
Both of them just become, as they're pulling themselves up out of the ground and wheel to spring at Eldrick or at you. This wave of cold rushes over them and just freezes them solid. They rime covered, encrusting their bodies, completely frozen solid. And then Kiaransalee, her constitution save is not terrible either. But the dice rolling is 19.
I gotta say,
19's good.
her,
So she'll take.
her,
Dice rolling is terrible. I'm just going to roll a 19 now.
yeah.
No other resistances or anything like that. So okay, so she takes the 20 points of standard cold damage from the spell. And that is that. I will have to roll a concentration check for thanas'l, which is Constitution saving throw. Right? I'm not making that
No,
up.
you're right.
Yeah, no,
You're
that's right.
Nope. Yeah, you're correct.
Constitution
And it's at a
throw.
DC 10 because half the damage or 10, whichever is greater. He only took 20.
Yep.
Yep.
So natural.
Oh,
Oh.
nice try.
Man, you thought Thoros'l had all the hate.
So he's still wearing the white banshee costume, and so his white cloak and everything. You blast him from behind, and he wheels, and there's frost and rime that kind of sloughs off of his coat, and he glares at you.
And I just shrug. Whoops. And that's all I got.
All right, so that will take us to end of Makaria's turn, which will be Kiaransalee's third and final attack, legendary action rather. Still unable to hit Uriah. So the fourth, I guess, ray comes out from Kiaransalee's form and strikes against the shield, and she is still unaffected. The shield has held. So we're good to go there. That will take us to Uriah. Uriah looks back over her shoulder and just gives Makaria an absolute death look. And there's promise in that glare. But she turns her attention back toward her true enemy and her son for the moment. And for the moment. And her attack is going, or her turn is going to be, what's the best thing that she can come up with? It's going to be a magic missile. So she is going to, has to keep her concentration to keep the tree gone.
She does have a zombie right in her face.
She does have zombies right in her face, so she's going to
Yeah, but Alanere is up next. I'm not worried about those zombies.
upcast her magic missile to 6th level, I believe. Yeah, 6th level. So it'll be 8 missiles. So she's going to pop all 6 of those missiles into Kiaransalee. And that is not a roll to attack spell. That is just a you get some damage spell. So 8d4 plus 8 force damage. So 15 plus 8 is 23. So 23 points of force damage.
Terrible rolls, Uriah.
Yeah, that's not so great.
It's not stellar for a 6th level spell slot.
It really isn't. Just bad rolls. Happens sometimes, though.
Mhm.
That's going to give her her reaction back. And she is going to... See, she just lost her shield until the end of your next turn or till the beginning of your next turn? Until the start of your next turn. Okay. So she is not going to risk stepping
Well,
away from the...
point of order.
Yeah,
She knows because she's already been hit with something that she's only taking half damage because of warding bond.
that's true. That's true. So she's going to then step away from the ghoul, attempt to get away from the ghoul. She still has displacement as well. She's going to get over on the other side of thanas'l and kind of interpose herself between thanas'l and Makaria again. Not getting closer to the ghoul, but yeah. Well, no, Makaria is not the threat. Kiaransalee is the threat. She's not going to get any closer to Kiaransalee because of the aura, but she's going to stand protectively next to her son. And that will be her turn. No more.
Berate your son.
No more. She should have just done something to try to break his concentration without harming him. But here we are. Alanere, you're going to be up. Eldrick, you're on deck.
All right. Do I make the save versus blind at the beginning of my turn?
Yes.
All right.
And that is a... It's a
Constitution
Constitution
save against.
Yeah,
What was
Constitution
the
saving
DC
throw.
again? I thought it was like obscenely high.
Yeah, I think it's 21 or 19.
I thought it was like 18 or 19 or something like that. I could be wrong, but I don't think I made it.
No, I think
Regardless.
it would have been at against Kiaransalee's. Yeah, Kiaransalee's is 21. That's pretty rough.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm still blind, but I still see close enough to know there's a zombie here. So let's just do it. I'm going to cast a sunbeam.
Oh boy.
That's right, sunbeam and blind. This is going to be fun shit.
Okay.
And I'm basically shooting it right at the zombie by me, a straight line.
Okay. So is that an attack roll or just a area effect? I'm looking at it as well.
Pretty sure it's a laser.
Sunbeam is every creature in a line, so it's 5 foot wide, 60 foot long line. So it's just a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Yikes. Okay, so then he's gonna roll. What's your DC?
It is. I think it's.
Not gonna matter. His roll is a 10. I imagine it's higher than that.
Oh yeah, my spell save is 18.
Got it. All right.
So it's going to be 6d8 radiant damage. All right.
Oh yeah.
46 for. Oh damn.
Yeah, you made up for Uriah's terrible roll.
That ghoul ain't coming back.
He is evaporated. Absolutely.
Dang, if that were straight down, you would have killed Eldrick and Kiaransalee.
Wow.
That would have been awesome.
I could have taken that.
And that is going.
Taking that.
Wow. All right. Alanere, that's your action. Do you have anything else that you're gonna do?
No. And I'm holding concentration on this.
All right. So I'll put concentration up on you. Okay. That will take us once again. No legendary actions or anything Kiaransalee can do. So we're back to Eldrick. Eldrick, you are up. and that'll be the end of the round.
All right.
Followed by the ghouls, and then it'll be the end of the round.
Damn right. Eldrick, with the pick in one hand and the stone still in the other, is going to turn to Kiaransalee, basically ignoring the ghouls entirely, and say, I can't imagine any secret you could tell me would be worth 2 lives. And then he's going to attack her. Hopefully viciously.
Well, but we shall see.
Crit.
With the pick. 15 does not hit her, right?
It does not. That is correct.
All right, taking a second swing because that's what I got. 21.
21 will get there. That is correct.
Excellent. That smells like some smite damage coming on. So I will drop a 3rd level spell into that one.
Okay.
Which is 48 plus 1 because she's a demon thingy for 5 plus 1 because I just always get plus 1, so 6. So this is going to be this plus 68. Womp. No, 38. Not quite as good as the last one.
Wonk. That's still pretty good though. So you
Those eights did all right.
You smash her with the pick once again, and
the 2 and 4 are physical damage again because I think she has some resistance to that.
That is correct. So that'll take 3 off.
Yep.
Nice hit.
That is still a very nice hit, though. Congrats.
I'm just gonna at her because I don't have a bonus action because Paladin.
She shrieks in pain and anger and says, "You fool! Your greatest enemy has a spy within your ranks. I can give her to you." And that will end Eldrick's turn.
Yep.
Okay, so that will take us then to the ghouls. There are 4, I believe, on the map. Yes. So ghoul number 1 is going to advance on Sprout. Ghoul number 2 is going to advance on Eldrick, and then we'll just do 2 and 2. So top guy here is going to attack Sprout, as he's been attempting to eat Sprout all along. The other two will attack Eldrick instead. So we'll start with the 2 ghouls on Sprout. And Sprout's armor class is what again?
15.
15. All right, so that means with claws, I've got to get an 11 or better to hit. First attack is a hit. So that will be... Ooh, now I'm rolling well. That's going to be 10 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'd rather if we didn't. That would be super swell.
Plus 5.
Ooh, so that's a success. DC is 10 on that one. So 10 points of damage, and then the second one attacks. That one will not hit. That is only an 8, so not good enough. On Eldrick, Eldrick's armor class is currently 19?
17.
17. My mistake. All right, so this is also at a +4 against Eldrick.
Keep in mind, one has disadvantage and the other one's straight up because of the flanking.
Neither of them have flanking against you currently, so...
Oh, does she not give them flanking?
Oh,
okay.
No, she absolutely does. You were correct.
Okay.
That's my mistake.
I was like, she's pretty darn big, but I'll take it.
Yeah, and she technically, because she's in all of those spaces, she gives both of them flanking. So they're both straight up. But thank you for the reminder that they otherwise would have disadvantage.
Yep.
So first one, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
All right, and that's going to be 8 points of slashing damage and 2 Constitution saving throws. First one is for the additional effect, and second one is going to be for concentration.
All right, for the additional effect, Eldrick gets a 14 out.
Good enough.
And for concentration, he gets a 30.
Okay, so he's good to go. So just the 8 points of slashing damage, and then the second one is an outright miss, so no big deal. All right, so that ends the round. That will take us to the top of the order, where I will roll for ghouls again. And we get an additional 5, so...
Holy fuck!
You guys are tearing through most of the ghouls. You just have something of a difficulty with dealing with the southernmost. Oh, poop. I just basically deselected all of the ones I wanted.
I can't see well, but I'll swing my sunbeam down that way.
Run away! Run away!
Running, running, running! So 5 new ghouls spawn. And then Kiaransalee will go. She is going to have to... first things first, Eldrick and Sprout, you're still within 10 feet of her, take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Ollie.
10 or 20?
Just 10 this time. The aura
Okay.
is not intensified.
Gotcha.
Then Kiaransalee is going to surge northward and attempt to... Yeah, she's going to have to surge northward and attempt to get closer to Araya. So, can she do this without giving Eldrick an attack of opportunity? Yes, she can. So she'll do that.
I don't know if it matters for her, but I know it does for thanas'l. But basically, a 30-foot radius around me right now is basically considered sunlight.
Oh crap. Okay, so then she can't do that because she cannot move into direct sunlight. That's
It's
That's so awesome.
That's
30-foot radius.
so back to where she was. She's just gonna have to.
30-foot radius.
With a 30-foot radius, she's in the sunlight.
Yeah, she can't move further in. Like she can't move toward the source of sunlight. She's good where she is. She's going to have to attempt to hit. This time with the Ray of Sickness, being that it is her turn, she's going to get 2 attacks. One's going to be at Araya again, and another's the second one's going to be at Alanere. So
She was
Counterspell.
say again.
Counterspell.
It is not a spell.
Level 3.
It is not a spell. It is a spell-like attack, but it cannot be counterspelled.
Oh.
Deadness.
Yeah. So the first attack is going to go against Araya. That's going to be more than Araya can even block with a shield, so she's not going to... Oh, still got it's a disadvantage. Ah, okay, so doesn't even hit. Will that require... It does require Araya to shield to keep from being hit, so she's going to do that. Burning through those first level spells. And... I got too many windows open. Where is my... It doesn't matter. I'll mark it off after. Second attack is going to go against the blinded Alanere. So Alanere, you are effectively... She gets advantage against you.
Oh, nice. 17 AC.
I'm going to say, yeah, a 26 is going to be good enough to get there.
Oh, yeah.
So I need for you to take... Where's my damages? Okay, so it is... Man, I'm still not rolling great. That is 12 poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, 2 Constitution saving throws. The first one is at DC 21.
Oh.
Whoa.
First one.
Okay, so then in addition to being blinded, you are now poisoned.
Dang,
Oh,
sir.
fantastic.
Get all them status effects like their Pokemon.
Yep.
Then I got to do my concentration saving throw, right?
And now your Constitution saving throw, because you're poisoned, is at disadvantage.
Oh, balls. All right, I'll just I'm just gonna roll it twice.
Oof. That's it.
And so that would have been 6. Yeah. My spell fizzles.
Either way, like, so I'm going to check to make sure that poison gives you disadvantage on saving throws as well. But
Even if it didn't, 6 was my first one.
right, I just want to know that for the next time it comes up.
You sure? Gotcha.
That's conditions, and under poisoned, attack rolls and ability checks. So it wouldn't have given you disadvantage.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. The first roll is still the roll, and that is. So you lost concentration. You are now poisoned. You are still blind. And
You're a rough go.
then
Yeah, I am.
Then she is going to now that the sunlight is gone, she's going to surge forward and get closer to Uriah with her aura. So that is going to move the aura as well. There we go. All right. So that will end her turn, taking us to the tree, who is still banished, taking us to thanas'l. Thanas'l is going to turn and he can't cast anything requiring concentration because he's already concentrating. And
It wouldn't hurt my feelings if he did.
yes, I totally understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to simply attack with his dagger. So he stabs out with his dagger, and it's at a disadvantage. So 6 plus, what is the plus 7? So 13. 13 is not enough. He lunges at his mother with the dagger that he still holds from that appeared when he was possessed by Kiaransalee.
This thanas'l.
This guy.
This thanas'l.
This guy. Man.
You can see.
I'm just saying, Raise Dead works.
You can.
I'm just saying.
You can see. In addition to, actually, he has 2 attacks, so his second attack is going to come in. Still at disadvantage. God, I cannot roll an attack roll to save any of my lives tonight. So he lunges at his mother. She just gets out of the way. He slashes at her again. She kind of stumbles back a little bit. You can see fear and just anguish on her face. thanas'l, no. Come back. Come back to me. I'm your mother. Shake her. Don't listen to her. Pleading with him to come to his senses. But there's no mistaking the look of murderous intent in the eyes of the young half-drow.
I mean, I'm with Thoros'l on this one. Like, come back almost sounds like a plea for a Raise Dead.
That's what I'm saying.
That's going to end thanas'l's turn. He's done. That'll take us to Sprout. Sprout, you are up, sir.
All right. I am going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay.
So that I can run the fuck away and not get attacks of opportunity. And then I am going to bounce back here, and I believe I can still cast a action as the Zephyr is a bonus, correct?
I'll have to look at Zephyr. So bear with me just a second. I'm not as familiar with that one. Zephyr Strike. It's not on this list. Is that in PHB?
I'm
It's
pulling
an
it up. I'll
I think
copy
that's,
paste it in the chat.
Thank you.
If you want. I know you've got some slow stuff going on right now.
I got a lot happening right now.
It's bonus concentration 1 minute. It's a spell, so you can't cast another spell. Right. You can cast a cantrip, or you can attack before you move as your action. But then your this will last for a minute. Concentration for a minute.
So you can't cast Severe Strike and another spell because you can't cast 2 spells,
Correct.
even though it's
Correct.
classified as a bonus action.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a spell, so you can't cast 2 spells in a turn.
Now,
Okay.
you can cast an action spell if it is a cantrip. If you use a spell that is a bonus action, you can cast another spell as an action, but it has to be a cantrip that you know. It can't be a
I
normal spell. And I don't think you have
don't-
cantrips, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think I have access to cantrips,
There
so
you
I
go.
was planning on passing on. That'll be in my turn.
You can attack before you move.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
You can still get that
For
attack
no-
in.
You can get a bunch of attacks in.
Yeah, you can still
costs
do,
you
still do
nothing
your
to do
normal
that.
attacks and then use your Zephyr Strike as your bonus action after, is what he's getting at.
Okay, so I was here originally, then I should. Okay, cool. If that's the case, we will attack here first.
So look at the text of the spell. Before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on 1 weapon attack roll on your turn. And it does an additional 1d8 force damage.
I will probably do that on the next attack, which would be. Let's see here. I got to do measurements.
No worries.
Okay. We're gonna attack this guy here.
Okay.
And we're gonna go Rift Razor straight up attack.
That's a hit. And can you ping the target? Okay, got it. That ends him. You finish your work on that particular ghoul.
Okay. We are going to teleport here, utilizing Distance Strike,
Okay.
attacking this guy, and we will use the bonus D8 to that. Hopefully.
All right, roll
Works.
with advantage as well.
Okay. Advantage.
Okay.
Never mind.
And then roll.
I'm sorry. Is your teleport and attack a bonus action?
No, it's here. It's called Distance Strike. At 11th level,
Okay.
you gain the ability to pass between the planes in the blink of an eye. When you take attack action, you can teleport up to 10 feet away before each attack to an unoccupied space you can see. If
Okay.
you attack at least 2 different creatures with the action, you can make 1 additional attack with it against a third creature.
Got it.
And that doesn't
And
require
then-
a bonus action.
Rolling the D8 for the additional damage.
All right, so that's 13 on the second guy.
Yep.
Got it. All right.
And then we are going to teleport one more time to here, attacking this ghoul.
Okay.
And change this back to normal. It's 26 to hit 15 damage.
That also hits and does damage. He's still ambulatory, but he is not. But you put some damage on him.
All right. And then finally, I will move here.
Got it. Okay. So that is bonus action, attack, move. So you're good to go. All right.
Yep.
That takes us to Makaria. Thoros'l, you are potentially on deck. Otherwise, it's Araya.
Makaria
Gotcha.
is going to look at Araya. And despite the evil and sneering look, she's going to call out, "You have 6 seconds to get him to bring the elf back." And then she's going to walk here and cast lightning bolt in this direction.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa.
I was almost going to go down here,
Yeah. That's what I was.
but I didn't want to do that.
That's what I was thinking.
Or no, I'm not going to. Sorry, I'm not going to cast lightning bolt. I'm actually going to be smarter than that.
Okay.
So she points her wand almost like she's going to cast it, and then she points it right at Alanere. Dispel magic 3rd level for his blindness.
Okay. That is considered a spell effect of level 3 or less. So blindness is dispelled. Alanere, you can see again.
Yeah.
You are still poisoned, but
Yes.
awesome. Good turn.
But she has her wand out and pointed at thanas'l.
Ooh,
Okay. Damn it.
Peck, and he has a stick pointed at me.
I mean, it is a boomstick.
Yeah.
Where? All right. Sorry, guys. I'm realizing that I don't have. I've got 4 monitors up, and I don't have enough real estate. I'm
Oh,
I just too many things going on. Um,
There are a lot of things on the
there's
field.
a lot of things on the field. There's a lot of things that I have to try to keep going. Okay. All right. We're in good shape. That takes us not to Thoros'l, but to Araya. Araya then is going to what? What can she do?
Nothing.
She looks at her son and
She can banish him.
she
Motherly slap.
In the form of a thunder wave.
I mean, 7 magic missiles to the face.
She's got to make him unconscious. She can put him under a sleep spell.
Yeah, she could if she had it, and if he wasn't an elf.
Kick him in the
True.
balls.
She is
What
going
makes him
to
lose concentration?
damage her only other alternative. Yeah, she's going to have to try. So she's going to attempt to banish the thanas'l. That's the only thing that she's going to be able to do. She kind of looks. She's dodging back from her son, and she quickly goes through a spell. She pauses for only a moment and looks in the direction of Alanere and Sprout, and just kind of closes her eyes and finishes the spell. And the thanas'l has to roll a charisma saving throw. Oh,
My guess he's pretty.
the natural 1.
Ooh.
So that means a couple of things happen. The thanas'l disappears. He is banished. So, poof.
But something comes back.
But
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
the glance over in the direction of these folks.
Oh no!
Drop a 3 on you.
I believe if a space is occupied, it's shunted to the next unoccupied space.
I guess that's technically true. So we will shunt it to the nearest unoccupied space.
Oh my god.
And
Well, sorry, Sprout.
and technically,
Sprout is about to shrivel.
Sprout's having some difficulties here.
You have Zephyr Strike for a minute, as long as you hold concentration. Just so you know.
Oh, that's a concentration spell. I didn't. I was not.
1 minute concentration.
All right.
Yes, the baller.
And Thoros'l comes back.
That's what the C stands for.
Do I get shunted 1 down, or am I right there?
She is not fully occupying the space because she's incorporeal, so you're considered there.
I'm good. Good.
Let me put concentration on our boy Sprout to remind him that he's Zephyring. And I think that'll do it. For Araya's turn. So she is once again concentrating.
Araya's got her reaction back. Do I have my reaction back?
Your turn has passed, so we'll say yes.
Okay.
I guess technically you wouldn't, but we'll say that you get it back because you missed your turn. But yeah, so you have your reaction back as well. That is unfortunately going to carry us past your turn, though, to Alanere.
well.
And Alanere, you are up.
all right. What a time to get your sight back.
It got bad real quick.
Oh shit!
So
Crap!
How many more sunbeams you got?
none. that was literally it.
That's the big one.
Now, like I've used my 5th, 6th, 7th. Actually, I have 1/5, but I can't do a sunbeam with it. So yeah, like all my big spells are gone.
Ready?
I mean, shit went wrong quick. So Alanere is going to kind of gauge the situation, look over at Sprout, Makaria, and yell at those two. Help Eldrick take care of Kiaransalee. I'll hold this tree back. And he reaches into his pack and pulls out a white branch. And then he is going to shapeshift.
Ooh, okay. I've been waiting for this.
Oh, shizzle.
All right. That makes you large, correct?
Actually, that is huge.
Even better. Okay.
Am I getting shunted into the tree?
We'll say, okay, this puts you on top of anybody else. There you go.
Yeah.
I disconnected for a second. What did he do? What awesome thing did Alanere do? I missed it.
So he basically yelled at Sprout and Makaria to help Eldrick kill Kiaransalee, and reaches into his pack and pulls out a white branch. And then he basically starts kind of focuses on that for a second and starts shape-shifting, and he starts growing into a large and then huge white tree that's got golden leaves.
We're gonna have some hot tree on tree action.
I know. This is my favorite thing that's ever happened.
Okay, so
And
the moment has come.
Alanere becomes
is...
a glistening white barked treant with golden leaves. I love this. I don't think I'm with you, Zale. I think this is my favorite thing that's ever happened.
And that's a bonus action for me to shapeshift.
Yes,
so
it is.
I am going to use my multi-attack to double slam the tree.
Okay. So that is too cool. All right, so it's armor class. Go ahead and roll. And
all right. First attack. Only a 15.
15 is not enough. You slam into the tree, but it holds strong against you. It turns. It can't show surprise because it has no emotion whatsoever. But it's the black burning pits of its eyes kind of lock on yours. You can just see seething hatred as it turns to face this new challenger.
And then my second slam is even fucking worse.
So you come in, your bow swinging in a similar way as its is. You slam into it the first time, it turns and faces you, and then you bring in your other bow. The second attack, it actually catches on its kind of spiky limb that it has been using to pierce its targets, and there's the creaking of wood, the splintering of branches, and the bough that you attempted to attack with it, and the two trees are locked together in arboreal combat.
Arboreal combat.
All right.
When we make merchandise, that's a T-shirt. I want.
Arboreal combat. All right, let's get arboreal.
And that'll be it for Alanere.
Great. Eldrick, you're up. That'll take us to the end of the round with ghouls and then the end of the round. What do you got, Eldrick?
Oh, I'm gonna hit this chick. Leave your vengeance on the floor and get out. I'm gonna smack her.
All right, do it up.
I can't find the right window because I also have too many things up. There we go. All right. That's going to be that's an 11, which is garbage.
No good.
At the 23 question mark?
23 does manage to get to her.
Excellent. I'm going to be dropping another 3rd level spell.
All right. Roll me some damage.
4, 5, 6. Where are my PDFs? There's 6. For 31 points of damage.
31 points.
Minus 2, I guess.
The oh yeah, -2, so 29 points of damage. Great. Okay, so that will end Eldrick's turn, or does Eldrick have more to do?
Eldrick is going to move up and take the attack of opportunity that he's going to get, and he's going to move here.
Okay, so that will elicit an attack of opportunity from this guy.
Yep, he should have disadvantage, I think. Well, we have 2 people on the other side of me, so never mind.
Yeah, so that will be just a straight up attack.
Nope.
No good.
17 is your number.
Yep, that was not 17.
Excellent.
A 3 on the die. And that will end Eldrick's turn.
That will indeed end Eldrick's turn.
Okay, so then we go to top of round, I believe 13. Unlucky 13. Let's roll some dice. Roll some d4s. 6. Oh, sorry, that's not the end of the round. We still have ghouls to do. My mistake. So I'll roll that again when it comes up. The remaining ghouls, we have one on the left side who is going to rush at Araya. We have 2 down here who are going to go to here and here respectively. This guy's going to follow. This one's going to dogpile. These 2 are going to jump into the tree. Anybody I'm missing? I don't believe so. All of these ghouls manage to make an attack. So that is going to be... so we'll start with the one on the far left side that's attacking Araya. So single attack against her. This is a disadvantage. And he does not hit her. So it jumps on her. It appears to jump on her bodily. But the image, the shimmering image of Araya that is standing just a few feet away from the actual Araya, thanks to her cloak of displacement, vanishes and she shimmers into existence a few steps to the left of that location, so she is not attacked. Thoros'l, your armor class?
My armor class is currently 18.
All right, so both of these guys are going to get advantage because you're threatened on the other side by Kiaransalee. So first guy, that's going to be a 17, which is not good enough, and a natural 20, which will be good enough. So it's going to be 4d4 slashing damage plus 2, so 12 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution 10, DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Alanere.
Oh, I've got a 10 straight up, so...
All right. You feel with the pain of the brutal slash across your midsection, you feel a cold sensation followed by a burning sensation, and you feel as the venom from the strike starts to seep into your veins, you feel just for an instant kind of a little bit on the woozy side, and you see like colors flash at the sides of your vision, but you're able to fight it down and shut it off with a wall of rage. That will instead take us to the 3 that are attacking Eldrick. Eldrick, you're also going to be at advantage on all 3 of these strikes, which makes them straight up. So first guy at the bottom is going to get an 8 to hit, which is not good enough. Second guy,
17 is your number.
yeah, 15 is not good enough. 11 is not good enough. The two ghouls attacking the tree, so they're just going to dive in and just or wade in and just start slashing at the bark as you're locked in combat with the corrupted tree of legacies. Your armor class as a treant.
It is 16.
16. They are not attacking at advantage. So first attack is a 15, which is not good enough. Second attack is a natural 1, also not going to be good enough. So all of the ghouls, with the exception of the one that did manage to ping Thoros'l, are flailing fairly uselessly at you at this point in time. That's going to take us to the end of round, which takes us to the D4 or the 2D4 roll. So I'm going to re-roll that. Doesn't matter. Still 6. So 6 new ghouls arrive. I'm just finding the closest ones across the map. You will note, Thoros'l, that one such ghoul arises almost at your feet. There was one that was actually hidden under you that I didn't see before that should have spawned already but didn't. So now it's spawning. And
Great.
we have more ghouls joining the fray. That will take us to Kiaransalee. Kiaransalee, realizing that her situation is becoming more dire. She's now surrounded by enemies. Her minions are doing very little to dissuade you. She gives up attempting to bargain with Eldrick, and she just is going to screech in rage. I have to roll to see if she gets her whale back. 6 would do it. 5 would not. So it's just going to have to be a straight up attack. It's going to be a touch of death against Eldrick. So Eldrick, it's back to you. That's going to be your. And I'm sorry, I'm keeping track of too much stuff. You're 17 currently.
17 is my 2-hit. Yep. She's got disadvantage if this is an attack roll.
And she would have disadvantage, but she's also flanking. So,
Yep.
So this is straight up. So that is at a plus what? On its touch of death, it is plus 13, so that's a 21 to hit. That means you are in fact struck. This is going to be 23 points of necrotic damage.
23, you said?
Yes, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at DC 21.
Constitution DC 21. Right. Ooh, 14.
So take that 23. In addition to taking the damage, take it off of your maximum hit points as well.
Gotcha.
Then I need for Alanere, Thoros'l, Uriah, thanas'l, well, not thanas'l because he's banished, and Eldrick to take 10 points of necrotic damage off the top from Kiaransalee's aura.
Got it.
That's going to force, 10. That's going to force 2 concentration rolls, one from Uriah and one from Eldrick.
I need to make 2 because I took damage twice.
Correct.
Both I think are at 10s though.
Oh, yeah, so you're good to go. I wanted to wait to see.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get 5 more points of damage because of the warding bond that Uriah just took damage. So Uriah's taking 5 points. You're getting an additional 5.
Gotcha.
Oh, but she is resistant to damage, so you get 2 points of damage instead of 5.
Okay. Note that warding bond is not concentration.
Oh, you're right. You had the
thanas'l. Yep.
Yeah, you had the other thing on thanas'l. That's right. All right. So she's gonna roll to see. Yeah, she makes her Constitution saving throw as well, so she's good to go, and she'll get 5 more points of damage. She's looking pretty. Oh wait, no, she had taken damage before. This is the first time she's taken damage since she got the arrow. So
yeah, she's good.
She's looking pretty good. Yep. All right, so that will end Kiaransalee's turn, which takes us to Sprout, I believe. Oh wait, the tree.
tree.
I actually get to be the tree this time. So,
That's unfortunate.
16 you said was your armor class?
Yes.
Alanere. All right. So Alanere the tree gets both of the attacks. Oh wait, it's got multiple creatures around it. It's going to instead use its rot flesh ability, which allows it to effectively exhales this bluish greenish cloud of mist that fills the area around it out to 10 feet, and everyone inside needs to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. That would be Sprout, Makaria, and Alanere within 10 feet.
Do Constitution.
That's 16.
Eldrick.
All right.
And I got a 19.
19. So everybody saves, which is a good thing because this one's a big attack. As this cloud of mist rolls over you, you feel the acidic nature of it, and it begins burning your flesh, and it is intense. It is going to be that. Yeah, that's right. That is going to be 42 halved to 21 points of necrotic damage. Makaria, you get to half that because of your resistance. Everybody else
Alrighty.
is 21 points of necrotic damage. That, if I'm not mistaken, that actually gets the ghouls as well. So I have to roll for them. Constitution saving throws.
How much damage did you say?
Doesn't matter. They both die. It's
21 if you saved.
21 if you saved, and everybody did. So
I saved. I'm down.
oh no. The oh no. Okay. You were at 0 hit points?
I am at less than 0 hit points.
Make me an immediate Constitution saving throw, also at DC, the original DC, which is 16.
Uh-oh. Hey.
Okay, good. So Sprout goes down screaming under the effects of the rotting cloud. You can see patches of his flesh just beginning to wither away and rot, and he falls to the ground. You are considered in your dying levels, but you were very, very fortunate that you made that saving throw. Extremely fortunate that you made that saving throw. You are no longer concentrating. You are dying.
I'm concentrating on not dying.
That is the truth. So I'm going to put the big X on you. Let us know that you're down.
Ruh-roh.
The two ghouls rot away to nothing. They, not even bones are left. They just, as they're slashing at the tree, this cloud rolls over them, and in mid slash, the flesh starts to slough off, even though it's rotted and desiccated already. It sloughs off the bones, and the bones themselves just disintegrate and turn into nothing. And that will be that. I'm going to put green up on him to remind me that that one has been expended and must recharge. And that will end Tree's turn. So that takes us to thanas'l, but he's gone. That will take us to Sprout. Sprout, I need you to roll a death saving throw. That is a success. So mark 1 death saving throw success.
Question.
Yes.
Where is Kiaransalee on the list?
She went before the tree.
She goes before the tree. Yeah, she is the first to act in the round.
Gotcha.
That will take us then to, so it would have taken us to Sprout. He's done. That will allow Kiaransalee a legendary action, which is she is going to expend against Eldrick and Araya. So Ray of Sickness coming to each of you. It is a ranged attack, so she does not get the advantage that she normally would. She gets disadvantage against both targets. So this is Araya, negative of a natural 1 against Araya. This is disadvantage against Eldrick, Ooh.
Damn,
Nice
hits.
roll.
That's still a 30 to hit. So
That definitely hits. Yeah.
that's going to do that. Yeah, so that's going to be 14 points of poison damage. And I need you to make a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw. DC 21.
15.
You are poisoned. Go ahead and make me that concentration check for taking that damage.
29.
Still good. Still good. All right. So that's one of her legendary actions. That will take us to Makaria. Thoros'l, you are on deck.
I really have no idea what to do. I really don't. I don't.
We got to get Kiaransalee off the board. Like, that's where we're at.
Do that. Do that.
That's what that ends the whole battle. We can take this tree. Or just leave.
I've already thought about that multiple times. All right.
Focus her.
I mean, we can leave after the Kiaransalee's down. Yeah.
All right.
Makaria is going to rush over here.
That's going to provide an attack of opportunity, but it's a disadvantage because you're cloak.
Correct.
Good thing. Good thing. It's still going to be a hit. That will be its bludgeoning attack, which...
Probably still not great.
Still not great. Ooh, yeah, that's still pretty nasty. It's going to do... What the hell? I keep losing it. 30 points of bludgeoning damage. And that was, in case you wanted to try to shield that, that was a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that's way too far.
I figured. That's why I didn't ask.
Yep. So Makaria runs over there, head spinning, holds up her wand, and will cast a level 6 lightning bolt.
Nice.
So this is going to be 11d6, and I am going...
Oh, right past us.
Nice. So 3 ghouls. I'm gonna say, because it's a 5-foot wide bolt, that it's gonna get this square as well. But because it doesn't pass through Araya's or Thoros'l's squares, it does not get them, and it'll get this guy as well.
Awesome.
Oh, perfect.
Just skirts the outside edge of that last square. So, and it never touches. Yeah, never touches either Araya's or Thoros'l's squares. So I'm gonna say we're good. So you get 5 ghouls in the blast and Kiaransalee.
It buzzes right past where my left ear would be.
Right.
Yeah.
Would have,
make sure I'm...
would have burned off your left ear, but can't because it's not there.
Staring right at Araya too. I could have moved it. That is a dexterity 18.
Okay. Dexterity 18. She does not have dexterity as one of her saving throws, so this is going to be a tough go for her. Go ahead and roll the damage, because this is 11d6, right?
Correct.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
+1. Oh,
poop.
Oh my gosh.
That's awful. Okay.
5 ones.
I'm going to go ahead and roll for all the ghouls, because, yeah, if it was enough damage, I wasn't even going to roll for them, but it is. It is not enough damage. So, ghoul number 1 saves and survives. Ghoul number 2 dies. Ghoul number 3. Ghoul number 4. Ghoul number 5. That was 18. 18 is the roll?
Correct.
Okay, he saves as well. So those guys get 15 points of damage, which burns them badly, but is not enough to destroy them. And then Kiaransalee is going to have to roll as well. And she does not make her save either. She is going to use her legendary resistance and choose to save. So it's going to be 15 points of damage for her as well.
Yep.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. It must be pretty low.
And that will end Makaria's turn, yes?
Correct.
All right, that is going to prompt a legendary action from Kiaransalee to utilize Ray of Sickness on you, Makaria. So the you are at you still have advantage on your cloak because you haven't taken damage. Oh, you got hit this turn.
I got hit. Yep.
So this is going to be a straight up roll. That's a 23. That's a hit.
I can't stop it.
Okay. So then that's going to be straight up damage. Whew.
Oof.
That's 28
There's
points.
that damage.
28 points of poison damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution 21 saving throw. $28 with a natural 20. Congratulations. No poison for you.
Very nice.
All right. That's going to take us to Thoros'l. Thoros'l, you're up.
I will, still holding the bow, I will call upon the power of Sheverash to bless another arrow and fire it at Kiaransalee.
All right. Roll damage. Or I mean roll to hit, I guess.
Yeah.
Please roll a 20.
No, I mean I have a hard time hitting with this. It's not magical.
Yeah.
16 to hit.
16 is not enough.
Okay. I'll fire a mundane arrow then at the ghoul up here near my caster.
Don't you have advantage?
I do not with a ranged attack.
That's correct.
Okay.
Melee attacks gain advantage for
All
flanking.
right, 11 piercing potentially to this ghoul.
So you shoot that ghoul as it is turning back to face the tiefling mage that just burned it. You shoot it, the arrow catches it in the back of the skull, and it drops over dead. Inert.
All right, I need to give Eldrick advantage for his turn. So that's my goal. So I'm taking an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to get across Kiaransalee.
Okay. I see.
To give Eldrick advantage.
All right.
Is it?
Attack of opportunity then from the ghoul, and it's going to be at advantage because at the moment that you left it, still flanked.
Bring it.
Not enough. 11 is not going to be a hit. So the ghoul does not manage to hit you. Still reeling from the lightning bolt, it is unable to bring its claws to bear in time, and attacks the air that you left in your wake.
Yeah, I'm going to jump right across just to build a little more meat between the other potential bad guys and Sophia.
A little more oomph. All right. Then Sophia / Araya comes up, and she is going to what is she gonna do? She is going to attack. This time she's going to use her 8th level spell.
Yes.
Unfortunately, against this target, there's not a whole lot of variety that she's got, so it's going to be another barrage of missiles. But it's going to be an 8th level magic missile. It'll be 10 missiles, so 10d4 plus 10.
I'm really glad that we didn't fight her.
Yeah.
Best use of diplomacy ever.
So God, still just garbage rolls.
No, we're getting screwed on our side of damage rolls.
So 22 plus 10, 32 points of damage. Oh my God. So
you got 1 hit point left.
So blasting against the incorporeal form of Kiaransalee, just missile after missile after missile, just a barrage. You can see just pure hatred on the face and desperation on the face of Iriah as she charges up this attack and she just screams out her rage and lets out these missiles, and they just slam into the incorporeal body of the goddess. Kiaransalee is reeling. She appears to be having difficulty holding her form together at this point in time, and she's just screaming in denial. It's inarticulate wails of rage at this point in time. It's just, there's no words left. She's just lashing out at everything that she can get her misty claws on. And that's going to bring us to her final legendary action, which will be a touch of death against Iriah. So this one is going to be Iriah did take a hit, so she is not. Yeah, this is not a disadvantage. This is a straight up roll, and that's going to be a 26 to hit, which Iriah cannot shield. Iriah is going to take this hit, so it is going to be touch of death, and that is what again for damage? Okay, that's a lot. It's going to be 37 points of necrotic damage. So that's going to be. I keep forgetting that Iriah doesn't take, or she's resistant to necrotic damage. I mean, it's the tool that Kiaransalee has in her chest. So necrotic damage is kind of her thing, being an undead goddess. Just not a whole lot that we can do about it. So that's going to be 18 points of damage that would make it through to Iriah. So it's going to be 9 for Eldrick and 9 for her.
That's not bad.
Man, that's the best use of warding bond I've ever done.
That is so
Agreed.
good.
And that's going to require her to make a Constitution saving throw. And Eldrick, you're going to have to make a Constitution saving throw as well. Yeah, both of them failed, which means you take that 9 off of your max hit points as well. And
oh damn, that's
Iriah
not the
will do
effect
the
I
same. And then make your Constitution saving throw, or for your concentration check, rather. Iriah makes hers.
Which is the only one that matters.
Which is the only one that truly matters at this point in time.
Married.
And that will end Iriah's turn. Well, she really needs to get out of range, but no, she's not going to. She is going to stay and spit in the eye of this goddess that has plagued her for the last 11 years of her life.
Finish her.
That will take us to Alanere. Eldrick, you are on deck.
All right. I'm going to use my 2 slam attacks. I'm going to use one on the ghoul or whatever it is just to the south of me.
All right.
Like a root stomp, and then a big slam attack against the big tree.
Got it.
My first one will be on the ghoul.
All right.
At 24.
That is successful.
Are you, not to be a dick, but are you still poisoned?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am.
Disadvantage then.
Oh, for attacks? I thought it was like a disability check.
Attacks and ability checks for poison.
Ah, okay.
Still, 20 still good, so you're good to go.
6. So 14 damage.
Oh yeah, you squish it flat. There's no coming back from that. So one mighty limb, I suppose, comes up, and the ghoul is still slashing at Eldrick, ineffectually as it may be. He's slashing away at Eldrick and just disappears under a spray of dirt and foliage as the giant white tree smashes it into nothingness, crumbles bone and parchment-like flesh into just a pile of nothing. And your second attack?
Against the tree, and since I get disadvantage, oh, that's too bad.
Oh,
so 24 with disadvantage.
24 is good enough to hit. Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, and will be for 22 damage.
22 damage. All right, the tree. So this time you got your bearings about you. You pull back and kind of stomp the ghoul and use that to kind of propel yourself forward. And you smash it directly in what appears to be its face, and it reels backward. It's looking hurt. It's looking pretty hurt. It had taken a good deal of damage before it got banished, but it is definitely looking like it's on its last legs now, so to speak. It's looking a little creaky. Its last limbs. Yes, thank you.
Nice.
Anything else, Alanere?
Yes. As a bonus action, I'm going to burn a 3rd level spell slot to heal.
Okay.
I can heal a D8 per spell level used.
Nice.
So I will gain 21 hit points.
Okay. 21 hit points back, and that will take us then to Eldrick. Eldrick, you are up, buddy.
Eldrick says a prayer to Ilmater. Ilmater forgives. Ilmater takes the pain of the world, and then he takes a swing at Kiaransalee.
Advantage.
26.
Disadvantage.
Your advantage gives me straight up because I'm at disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
So the
that's even better.
26 is a hit.
Yep, I'm going to drop a level 2 spell for a smite. Actually, no, scratch that. I'm going to drop my remaining level 4 spell for a smite. That is 2 of those, which gives me 5, 6, 7 d8s. Let me double check that because that might be one too many d8s. Sorry. Yeah, 5 d8s plus 2, so 7. For 38 points of damage.
Okay.
Most of which is radiant, but 6 of which is probably going away.
All right, so that's 32 points of damage total.
Yep, 32 points of damage.
Call your shot.
Yes.
Ilmater turns. He dusts off his tabard, which has the symbol of Ilmater on it. He raises his hammer and he says, "Ilmater forgives and takes the pain of the world on his shoulders." And then he leaps forward, driving the hammer directly into the chest of the ghostly figure, exploding with radiant energy all over the ghostly form.
Amazing. I would call to order or call to attention before you said, whenever you first referenced yourself or you've referenced your character, you said Ilmater does this first, and
You're damn right.
And there is, for a moment, the greenish kind of ghostly aura that is almost synonymous with Eldrick's presence dims significantly as just this radiant energy boils forth from the paladin of Ilmater as he pronounces his prayer. He leaps up into the air and smashes the borrowed pick hammer into the goddess, the Draugg goddess's form, and it is exactly like he said, just an explosion of radiant energy crackling out from the impact site over the body of Kiaransalee. Kiaransalee throws her head back in wordless agony as the radiant energy begins to actually physically consume her body. The storm of mist and screaming faces of incorporeal figures vanishes, just dies down, drops to the ground, along with the ghouls, as the titanic form of Kiaransalee just stands there, her face a complete rictus of pain, her arms thrown back, her head back, screaming wordlessly into the sky, and then boom, an explosion of black energy and mist erupts out from the central point into a column of just torrent of negative energy and necrotic energy as her form explodes outward and upward. A towering inferno of black flame and lightning shoots up into the sky and erupts out in a nova that goes out 40 feet in either direction. Everybody within 40 feet of Kiaransalee's center point, I need you to take me 40 points of necrotic damage.
That's everybody.
That's literally everybody. It even includes Makaria.
The map is like 40 feet.
Yeah.
Makaria is going to have to use something.
Okay.
Hope you got absorb elements, man.
We'll come to that. Go ahead and reduce what you need to reduce, but we'll come to that in a minute. What seems a wordless or inarticulate scream erupts out from the towering column of flame. Iriah loses concentration on her spell. There's almost no way that she can hold it under that.
You just got to roll on that.
Yeah.
She only took 10 damage.
Yeah, she still missed.
40
she
had
still blew it with a 4. Thanas'l comes back in this towering inferno and goes to his knees, and his eyes cast up to the heavens as he watches this pillar of black flame and screaming divine energy erupting outward. The entire hillside, the Tree of Legacies, all the foliage, all the trees around immediately crumble and begin to turn to dust as an 80-foot diameter circle at the top of the hill of Legacies in the village of Mapleland, just life ceases to exist. After an instant of just this pillar of rage and flame and negative energy, everything goes quiet, and Kiaransalee winks out of existence. She is gone.
As Kiaransalee winks out of existence, Eldrick looks to Thoros'l, smiles, and then falls. Because the 10 points of damage he would have taken from Ariah's damage would have dropped him.
Oof.
Unless he has that somehow or something.
There's no save.
Yep. Then, he falls to 0. And just smiles with Thoros'l and then straight in the dirt. Which would end the spell that he has on Broham.
Yeah. Okay. So Thanas'l collapses to the ground, tears, black tears still pouring out of his eyes, just shock and disbelief and denial written plainly over his face as he stares up at where his goddess once stood. And he crumples into a heap. He's still conscious, but he does not appear to be moving. He just is he just appears to be just distraught or destroyed at what he just witnessed.
Are we still turn order?
Technically we are, because we've got people that are under the they're in their dying levels.
Okay.
So we'll go to the top of the order because Eldrick was at the end. Thanas'l does not react at all. He just kind of crumples onto the ground and it looks up and his mouth is moving, but no sounds are coming out.
Perfect.
We go to Sprout. Sprout, I need you to take me 1 automatic death failure for the damage that you took.
I already did.
Okay. And roll another death saving throw.
I'll take care of Sprout.
So that's 2 death saving throws for Sprout. 2 failures for Sprout.
Yep.
That'll take us to Makaria. Makaria, you want to explain what has happened to you?
So as that wave of energy radiates out and everyone just gets injured from the force of it erupting from Makaria, instead of her normal golden kind of yellowish abjuration ward that most people have seen every time she casts something like Dispel Magic, there's just the shimmer. but instead of this golden hue that radiates out, instead this kind of purplish dark energy erupts from around her head, intertwining with her horns, making it look like a crown that then pulses for a moment to push the energy away and then gather it and then disperse.
Okay.
So after this happens, and not that anybody is particularly looking at Makaria whenever the blast happens, but Makaria, even after the fact, after your ward activates, the crown stays in place, and you have essentially around your head is a blazing black crown. Those of you who, as you're looking around after the fact, after Kiaransalee disappears, and you're kind of looking around at your companions who are still on their feet and those who aren't, you look back at Makaria and you just see this halo, this dark halo of energy around this twisted looking metallic like crown that's intertwined with her horns. And in addition to just this dark energy that is surrounding her head, the aura itself, something about it seems to make her, it casts her in a somewhat different light. She looks a little washed out, where her skin is usually kind of a reddish brown. It looks significantly paler, not quite like bone white, but definitely more gray. And her eyes are alight with this same blackish purplish energy. That will take us to Thoros'l.
All right. Well, there's one person who hasn't been hit by a good arrow yet, and that's Sprout. So
Save the best for last.
I'll knock an arrow, use my bonus action to enchant it, and then fire it at Sprout's dying chest.
Dawn breaks in the instant before the arrow arrives.
Just, yeah.
Ending the blessing and thus ending Sprout.
Yeah, bullshit.
No, you see the arrow strike Sprout in the chest as he's laying there on the ground. It's almost like it's a brutal gesture, right? You pull the arrow back and you just fire it into the corpse, or the near corpse, the dying form of your friend unconscious on the ground, and the arrow strikes and dissolves. Sprout, your eyes open as the first light of dawn starts to show through what remains of the trees of the city of Mapleland. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. I'm gonna guess that you have, with Alanere still around, or still available, you got enough to where you can manage Eldrick. And whenever we pick up next time, go ahead, Eldrick.
There might be something you want to let happen and then end it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let's go ahead and go through. My apologies. So yeah, as Sprout opens his eyes to the first dawn on this world that he has ever seen. Interestingly enough,
it's a pretty village.
There's quiet in the village of Mapleland, broken only by the soft sobs of Uriah Dalharan, who is kneeling down next to her son, cradling his near lifeless body in her arms.
Thoros'l will sling the bow, feeling Dawn, and then pull the flare sword and step up. He's not threatening thanas'l, but he's going to be there in case he starts threatening us in Sophia.
Okay.
That's it.
That'll take us then to Alanere.
All right. Alanere will just pretty much. I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds on Eldrick, but instead of like touching him, I'm going to like reach down with like a big giant like tree limb and like pick him up. And then in like slow treant speak, he's actually going to say a prayer to Shantae to renew the strength of this champion and cast a cure wounds while he's kind of like holding him up.
Okay. Then that will bring us Eldrick with renewed strength in your own limbs and being suspended in the limbs of a very familiar looking white tree. You awaken also to atop a completely denuded hill, but able to see the first glimmers of dawn over the village of Mapleland. Is there something you'd like to do?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Eldrick looks to Alanere, smiles, and says, "Good day, my friend. I may need your strength yet." He's gonna hop down out of the tree and put 70 points of lay on hands into himself.
Okay.
He's gonna scoop up. He's gonna scoop up the pick and the rock off the ground. He's gonna say, "Thoros'l on my right." He's gonna walk directly up to Makaria.
Shit.
And he's gonna say, "Kiaransalee made me an offer to reveal a spy in our midst. She offered to reveal her. Care to explain?"
And
that
is where we will end tonight's session.
I
think that's that's the perfect moment.
I don't know if that was a verbal slip on
So I'm not the only one who picked up on that.
Wait
I
a
was like,
minute.
you know, there's only one female in our group, right?
Other
than, you know.
I was like, wait a sec. Wait, did he?
You all picked up another one. You picked up another one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The obvious choice.
Don't think.
Not even in our midst.
Who surrounded you all in mist?
I'm just saying, you gotta ask to explain. You didn't get hit with a hammer right off the bat.
And that's where we will go ahead and end tonight's session. So,
oh my god, that was so good.